your girl Adeola. I never thought I would live to see this day when angry Africans will get so tired that they will beat up their president right in his office. I was like, hey, yeah. Seriously, it happened in Mali. Well, you remember there was a coup earlier this year in Mali. ECOWAS got involved, and so they decided that this man, then Koda, should be the transition president for a year until Mali goes back to democracy. But guess what? The people refused to buy it. They said, nope. Enough is enough. We have to have an election right now. And they're asking for free and fair election in Mali. Go Mali! I'm like, woo! I mean, they beat up the guy so bad. No, seriously, it was bad. It was bad. They had to take him to the hospital. It was like really bad. Like they beat him out of office, like literally. But to keep it real, so many other African presidents needs to be whooped too. Whooped out of office like but you know, I'm a good person, so I wouldn't mention any name. Just keeping it real. Speaking of whooping politicians, some Nigerians are becoming too bold. Hey? I mean, what do you call stoning the chairman of INEC? I'm talking about Alhaji Jega, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. The man went for a wedding, and as soon as he got the word spread around that he's around, and the young people got themselves together, deciding that they want to pass a message across. By doing what? By stoning Mr. Jega. Can you believe? They stoned him and his convoy. They dented the cars. It was a mess. It was bad. They're saying that Alhaji Jega rigged the election in 2011. That because he declared good luck as the president, he has brought bad luck to Nigeria. I say, hey, these young people, be careful. How can these people say good luck brought bad luck to Nigeria? It's that they don't know the truth about all the good things that PDP has done for Nigeria. That is the party of Mr. President. See, I was very privileged to see a video by Sahara Reporters. It was an interview with the National Secretary of PDP. Now, this man came on air to clear all the lies that people have been spreading about PDP. First of all, he said that PDP members are being unduly harassed by people because journalists are painting them bad. I say, hey, yeah, why now? Why are journalists painting our politicians bad? Eh? So the man came on Sahara TV to set records straight. For example, the man said, we have recorded monumental achievements in the PDP. Yes. So I tried to read comments of people. You know, Sahara TV, when they interview people, they always write what they say on Facebook and people comment. Biola Latif said, Chineke. In what sector? See big lie. Biola. You call a politician a liar. A politician a liar. Emeka Nwokiocha said, looting our billions every hour is the only achievement. And I guess that is monumental. Why is nobody agreeing with this man, for God's sake? The man said there is no instance where you can say PDP rigged election. Where did PDP rig? Huh? Listen to this comment by Abba Maiwada. You think Nigerians are stupid? Honestly, from 1999 to date, Nigeria have never conducted any credible election. Abba, hey, Abba, you know, calm down. Don't be so hard on your politician. So the man also said, we have addressed the security problem in Nigeria. I said, you know me, I'm a good Nigerian. I don't argue with politicians. I don't stone anybody. I don't paint anybody bad. Whatever they say is what I believe. So when the guy said that they have taken care of security issues in Nigeria, I was like, it must be true. Until, you know, a few days ago, I was reading the news and I saw 4 people killed, houses destroyed, has bomb blast rocks, Maiduguri. I said, so where is this man living now? Is he living in the same Nigeria? And then I heard about the man that was caught with grenades and explosives at the ministerial briefing in Abuja. I said, that is security issue. Where is this man living? Like, no, seriously, where is this man living? Mr. National Secretary, you know, open your eyes now. These things are happening every day. By the way, did you see that guy that was arrested at the ministerial briefing? I mean, who would see this guy and suspect that he could be a member of the Boko Haram? He said his name is John Akpabu. Does that ring any bell? Since then, me, I don't trust anybody. I don't even trust you. I don't trust anybody anymore. Don't trust camera person. Don't trust lighting guy. They are not Boko Haram, okay? I'm sorry. Sorry, eh? I don't trust them. Speaking of people not being happy with their politicians, do you know that the people of Swaziland are very furious right now with one of the king's wives? This is wife number 2, by the way, Queen Lamotsa. He recently downgraded to 12 wives, yes. So this wife went to South Africa to treat her son. Apparently her son is sick, and because he's a prince, they can't treat him in the hospital that everybody else goes to. You know, they had to fly him to South Africa. Have you guys noticed that a lot of African presidents are still yet to build good hospitals in their countries? Do you know that they still fly themselves overseas for treatment, even to India? They go to India for medical treatment. Hey, can you believe that? Why can't you build, even if it's one good hospital in your country where you and your family can be treated? No, they prefer to fly overseas for medical treatment. So the king of Swaziland has yet to build a good hospital in the whole of Swaziland. So they had to take his son to South Africa. But you know, the real issue is the queen is kind of living large in South Africa while her son is in the hospital. She's spending $60,000 a month on hotel bills. I say, adieu, $60,000 in a month. Oh, wow. That is why I always tell you there is money in Africa. All these African leaders, they have enough money to change their countries. You know, I'm still waiting for the day that people will be coming to Africa for medical treatment. I can't wait. That would be wonderful to see. To hear people say, I'm going to Africa for medical treatment. Because, you know, we have the expertise, we have the knowledge, you know, our doctors are really good. It's just the equipment, yes. The people are really mad that they took the prince to South Africa for medical treatment when a lot of people are dying because the hospitals that they have are not well equipped. They're telling the government, fix the hospitals instead of going overseas to spend our money for medical treatment and to spend our money for hotel bills. And wife number 2. Listen up, $60,000, that is too much. I'm waiting for a real protest out of Swaziland. Until then, I'm keeping it real. It looks like South Africans are not bothered by this whole Swaziland drama because they are occupied with a more pressing issue. You will not believe that an artist in South Africa painted a portrait of Jacob Zuma, their president, showing his, you know, it's like, what? How can you show of the president? And guess what? Jacob Zuma sued the guy. He sued him. I said, hey, I've never heard of the president suing a civilian. I'm waiting to see the outcome of this. He sued the guy for painting his picture like that. So the case is still in court, right? You know, speaking of court cases, did you guys hear about this American guy that dressed like his mom for 6 years in order to receive benefits in her name? That is really sad. So the guy's mom had passed away in 2003, right? But you know, because he wanted to get hold of her social security checks, the man would dress as his mom for 6 years and they would give him the check for social security, and he was able to cash up to $44,000 in 6 years pretending to be his mom. Well, he recently did something stupid, okay? So his mom left him this house worth $2.2 million, and because he couldn't pay mortgage, the house was later sold at a foreclosure auction. And guess what? He went and dressed as his mom and sued the new owner of the house, saying that she's still alive, that the house is still hers. And that was how investigators found out that the mom actually passed away in 2003. So they sentenced him to 41 years in prison. Just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I want you guys to see a little bit of South Africa. right, y'all. It's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'ma see y'all later. Peace out.